the Philippine national hero. And now, to begin, we'd like to request Ms. Jewel Nieva to lead us in the singing of the Philippine national anthem.
Let us all sing the Philippine national anthem. Bayang magiliw, perlas ng silanganan, alam ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay, luang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupig, di ka pasisiil, sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bukhaw, may dilagang tula at awit sa pagnayang minamahal, ang kislap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagniningning, ang bituin at araw niyang kailan pa may di magdidilim, lupa ng araw ng luwan, hatid pagsinta, buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Ang ligaya ng pag may mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Thank you very much. And now, for the formal wreath-laying ceremony, we'd like to request Honor Guard Mr. Alberta Sheriff Jericho Magtahas to carry the wreath, followed by Consul General Zaldi Patron, the Honorable Blake Richards, Member of the Parliament for Ban of Airdrie, together with the Airdrie Deputy Mayor Tina Petrow, Mr. June Martin from the Filipino Airdrie Association, Mr. Mike Lazada from the Knights of Rizal Calgary chapter. He's the commander and host of the Knights of Rizal chapter on behalf of all the Knights of Rizal chapters, and Mr. Alan Dixon, past potentate, the Shriners. Thank you very much. And to formally welcome us all to this momentous occasion, we'd like to call upon none other than the Honorable Consul General Zaldi Patron for his welcome remarks. Thank you.
Honorable Blake Richards, Member of Parliament for Ban of Airdrie. Honorable Tina Petrow, Deputy Mayor of the City of Airdrie. Ladies and gentlemen, mahal kong mga kababayan, isang magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. I would like to thank everyone who came here today at the Dr. Rizal Monument in Osuk Regional Park in Airdrie, Alberta, to commemorate with us the 127th anniversary of the martyrdom of our Philippine national hero. I am truly grateful to all of you for showing up to give honor to the greatest Filipino who laid down his life while fighting for freedom and liberty for his own people. It has been 3 years now when we have been coming to this place every 30 December to observe the Rizal Day, a national holiday in the Philippines, since the unveiling of our Rizal Monument on 23 October 2021. a product of the collaboration of the Philippine Consulate General in Calgary, the Airdrie City Council, the Filipino Airdrie Association, the Rizal Monument Project Team, the 48 major sponsors, and the 201 brick donors. This year's theme for Rizal Day is Rizal, Foundation of Past, Living Today. The theme reminds us that Rizal, through the life he lived and his powerful writings, has become a beacon for all peoples yearning for a life of freedom and liberty for their nations. His teachings, idealism, and heroism are inspirations to all Filipinos in the Philippines and overseas. If Rizal is a role model, then it is important to tell his life and story to those living today, the present generation. While we already have this Rizal monument in this part of Canada to remind us about Dr. Jose Rizal, we need to do more to introduce him to the members of our community, especially to those who did not grow up or have never set foot in the Philippines. On this Rizal Day, I therefore call upon all of you to join us, the Philippine Consulate General in Calgary, the Knights of Rizal in Alberta, in spreading the life, the teachings, and the heroism of Dr. Jose Rizal to the Filipinos here in Alberta and Saskatchewan. Let us make Dr. Jose Rizal an inspiration to the members of our community so they can develop and nurture their love for our country, the Philippines. Maraming salamat po. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas. Mabuhay ang lahing Pilipino.
Thank you very much for the inspiring words from our beloved Consul General. And now we'd like to invite to the stage none other than the Honorable Blake Richards, Member of Parliament for Ban of Airdrie.
Mabuhay! Maraming salamat po for the opportunity to be here with you today and to join in this celebration. I wanted to start today with just a couple of words. The Consul General, Petrow. I've got to know him over the last few years, and you know, the work that he has done on behalf of the Philippines to make sure that the Filipino community is engaged here in our country and given every opportunity has been outstanding. And I just really appreciate the work that you've done here to make sure that the Filipino community has every opportunity here in Alberta and all across Canada. So I wanted to just say a thank you. So please join me in a thank you to Rizal Petrow. And I really appreciate the opportunity to be a part of this ceremony today. You know, when you think about a national hero like Jose Rizal, you know, you think about the values that he stood for, you know, education, justice, the unity of community. Those are all such incredibly important things, and they're important things to celebrate. But it's more important not only to celebrate those things, but to try to live them in our everyday lives. And I know that certainly when I think about, you know, the Filipino community here in Airdrie, in places like Cochrane, the Bow Valley, Calgary, all across Alberta, and really across Canada, that those values are exactly what come to mind. You know, when I think about needs that step up in the community, you know, the Filipino Canadian community is one of the first to step up and make sure that they fill those needs. And that really speaks to the fact that you're trying to honor, you know, Jose Rizal and his memory with your actions every single day. And so thank you so much for the incredible contributions that you make to our communities and to our province and to our country. So thank you very much for the opportunity to be here with you today and to celebrate the values and the life of Jose Rizal. Mabuhay! Maraming salamat po.
Thank you for the heartfelt words, MP Richards. And now we'd like to invite to the podium the Deputy Mayor for Airdrie, Ms. Tina Petrow.
Good morning, everyone. I wanted to first say that the weather is so much better this year than it was last year. If you were here last year, we were all freezing, and the ceremony was quite a bit shorter. But on behalf of Mayor Brown, my council colleagues in the city of Airdrie, just wanted to thank you for inviting us here to celebrate this incredible day with you today. We're here to celebrate Rizal Day, a Filipino national holiday, and to honor the late Dr. Jose Rizal. So as we went through the process of getting this monument up here, one thing that really has hit home for me every time is the incredible friends that I've made through this process and with your community. And it's a testament to how Dr. Rizal was unifying people, not just in his life, but forever afterwards. So I think that's very important to recognize, not just the sacrifices that he made, but the unity and the quality of life he created for everyone, for future generations. So again, we're just so proud to have this monument here in Airdrie, to have you all coming here to celebrate. I know that in the years to come, we'll have many, many, many more friends that will come to this community, and it's truly our honor to have you here. And thank you so much for inviting us here to be part of this celebration. Mabuhay.
Thank you very much for bringing the sunshine with you, Deputy Mayor Petrow. And yes, indeed, mabuhay. For the next speaker, we'd like to request Mr. June Martin from the Filipino Airdrie Association to please come forward.
Hello, my name is June Martin and I'm the president of the Filipino Airdrie Association, and I'm also the vice president of Alberta Philcan Community Leaders Association. We call it G10. I would like to thank everybody for joining us in commemorating the life and works of our national hero, Dr. Jose Rizal. The Filipino Airdrie Association is deeply honored to be part of this historic Rizal monument here in Airdrie. This monument will not only serve a tourist attraction, but a significant representation of all of us Filipinos. For we were able to bring a part of our history here in the city of Airdrie. I believe the Filipinos will take pride that the first monument of the Philippine national hero, Dr. Jose Rizal, was installed here in Airdrie, Alberta. I would like to thank the Philippine Consulate General, Saldi Patron, for giving us the opportunity to be a joint partner of this historic monument. Thank you, and mabuhay po tayong lahat.
Thank you very much, Mr. June Martin. It's really very significant. Now we'd like to invite Sir Mike Lozada, speaking on behalf of all the Knights of Rizal chapters, and as the host Knights of Rizal chapter commander.
Consul General Saldi Patron, Deputy Consul Sir Dick Dimagiba, Honorable MP Blake Richard, Bank Airdrie Deputy Mayor Tina Petrow, Filipino Airdrie Association, Knights of Rizal, PGC staff, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Dr. Jose Protasio Rizal Mercado y Alonso Riolanda, better known as Dr. Jose Rizal, was a Filipino nationalist, writer, doctor, artist, and revolutionist. He was born on June 19, 1861 in Calamba, Laguna, Philippines, was executed on December 30, 1896 in Manila. His education played a significant role in shaping his view and action as a nationalist and reformist. Dr. Jose Rizal was proficient in several languages, including Spanish, English, French, German, Latin, Greek, and other Filipino languages. His linguistic ability allowed him to engage with a wide range of literacy and intellectual works. His first formal education was the tutelage of his mother, Teodoro Alonso, at home. His mother noticed the intelligence and the need for higher quality education, which prompted him to send Dr. Rizal to Manila for further study. Rizal pursued his secondary education in Ateneo de Manila. However, he faced discrimination from the Spanish prior due to his Filipino heritage. In 1877 to 1882, he enrolled at the University of Santo Tomas to pursue a degree in philosophy and letters. And later on, he shifted to medicine, where he excelled academically. Despite this, Rizal experienced discrimination and prejudice and eventually left the university due to conflict with Dominican professors. In 1882 to 1885, Rizal continued his medical studies at the University of Madrid and later transferred to Universidad de Madrid, where he pursued a degree in medicine, philosophy, and letters. In 1885 to 1887, Rizal continued his medical studies at the University of Paris and earned a second degree in doctorate, this time in ophthalmology. During his time in Europe, Rizal also emerged in the intellectual and political climate of the continent, associating with prominent thinkers and writers who influenced his view in nationalism and reform. In 1887, after completing his study in Europe, Rizal returned to the Philippines, where he faced increasing scrutiny from the Spanish due to his writings and activity promoting nationalism and reforms. We are here today to celebrate Dr. Rizal's advocacy for reform, his significant contribution to the Philippines' struggle for independence, the writings, particularly Non Limitangere and El Filibusterismo, played a crucial role in awakening the national consciousness and highlighting the oppressive condition under the Spanish colonial rules. It is important to note that while Rizal initially advocated to reform within the framework of the Spanish system, his martyrdom on December 30, 1896, fueled the flames of the Philippine Revolution. Emilio Aguinaldo, a young general, emerged as a key leader in a revolutionary movement. Rizal's vision for political reform included the integration of the Philippines as a province of Spain, representing the Spanish Parliament, the replacement of Spanish prior with the Filipino priests, freedom of assembly, expression, equality between Filipinos and Spaniards before the law. Rizal's legacy deeply integrated in the Philippine history and revered as the national hero of the Philippines. His life and writings continue to inspire Filipinos to strive for freedom, justice, and equality. This monument, dedicated to our national hero, Dr. Rizal, serves as a symbol of national pride, resilience, patriotism, reminding the Filipino people of the sacrifices made by Rizal and other heroes for the country's independence and progress. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the insightful message, Sir Mike Lozada. And last but not the least, we'd like to invite Mr. Alan Dixon, past potentate of the Shriners.
Good morning. Last year was about minus 50, so today feels like summer. Honorable Consul General Zali Petrow, distinguished guests and visitors, I would like to acknowledge in attendance my Kuyangs from the Grand Lodge of Alberta and some from the Most Worshipful Grand Lodge of the Philippines, and nobles from Alazar Shriners who have a superior knowledge on Brother Dr. Jose Rizal, and I'm humbled to share his brief Masonic history of our beloved hero who is celebrated by Filipinos and Masons around the world today, or yesterday if you're in the Philippines. That was a little bit of a joke. Brother Dr. Jose Rizal joined Lodge Acacia number 9 of the Grand Orient de España in Madrid, Spain in 1883 when he was 22 years old and studying at Universidad Central de Madrid. My Spanish is not very good. I apologize. In 1889, Rizal joined the Lodge Solidaridad de Barcelona, where he signed documents with the pseudonym de Masalang. And there are lodges around the world that have that name, paying homage to Dr. Jose Rizal. Other members of that lodge included important Filipinos such as Lorente, Marcelo del Pilar, Antonio Luna, Teodoro Sandico, Bonifacio, and many others. Brother Dr. Jose Rizal was made an honorary worshipful master of Nilad Lodge number 144 when he returned to the Philippines in 1892. Dr. Rizal is considered the greatest Filipino who ever lived, excluding my wife, of course. Please tell her I said that. She's not here. He was a genius who in his short lifetime became a physician, a poet, novelist, artist, cartoonist, linguist, and an expert in other fields. A true Renaissance man who saw no limits to what a Filipino, a native Indio could do. He challenged the policies of the Dominican friar landlords of the farms in his hometown of Calamba, Laguna. He wrote the novels Noli Me Tangere, Touch Me Not, I think I said it right, and El Filibusterismo, that exposed the abuses of the Spanish friars and colonial governments in the Philippines. In 1892, he organized La Liga Filipina, whose aim was to unite and involve the people directly in the struggle for reforms. Considered a serious threat, the governor ordered his arrest on trumped-up charges. He was exiled to Mindanao. 4 years later, Rizal was implicated in the revolution, charged with rebellion, sedition, and conspiracy, and executed on December 30th, 1896. General Emilio Aguinaldo, first president of the Philippines, who was himself a Mason, revered Brother Rizal. He was first to recognize Rizal as a national hero. In a decree issued on December 20th, 1898, General Aguinaldo declared December 30th, the date of Rizal's execution, as a national day of mourning. As Masons, we are grateful for his positive impact in the liberation of the Philippines and proud to celebrate his legacy here in Canada and around the globe. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas, manigong bagong taon. Thank you.
Thank you very much to previous potentate, Mr. Alan Dixon. Indeed, he's the greatest Filipino who ever lived, Dr. Jose Rizal. So let's put our hands together for all the speakers.